Standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michael Miller, and I am the principal of the Galway Junior Senior High School. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, teachers, staffs, and students, I would like to welcome you to the Class of 2017 Commencement Ceremony. Before we begin our ceremony this morning, I would like to acknowledge the amazing, talented, and dedicated faculty and staff in the Galway Central School District. Please join me in thanking our teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, teachers' aides, cafeteria workers, custodial and maintenance staff, secretary, school workers, school bus drivers, nurses, and all of these who have helped to make a difference in the lives of every graduate seated here today. Just as important of a group to acknowledge is the family and friends who are joining us this morning. No one gets to this day alone. It is the collaborative effort of family and friends that has guided you to this special day. Therefore, I would ask the class of 2017 in a minute to raise and give your family and friends a standing ovation for their commitment, support, friendship, and most importantly, love. Class? You can be seated. Thank you. The last group I would like to thank is, of course, the graduates themselves. Your talents leave our community in awe. Among you are scholars, athletes, artists, musicians, community servants, and loyal individuals committed to all facets of their hometown. You have had a special 13 years here at Galway, and the bonds that you have created are unique and everlasting. I hope that you will enjoy today and all that it means. Take time to reflect on the journey that got you to this point. Taking time to appreciate your accomplishments. As you go out to spread your wings, whether that is in college, the armed service, or the workforce, remember the lessons that you've learned, the friendships that you have cultivated, the preparations you have made, so that you go forth living each day to your fullest potential. Appreciate the little things. Celebrate the milestones. All home run. Go out and make a difference. And remember that you are forever a golden eagle. Thank you. At this time, I would now like to invite our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Shannon Shine, to share his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. That was a very moving pledge to the flag, I might add, with this many voices in here. It's kind of what the facility was built for. I'd like to hear it used at its capacity. My introductory remarks are really strictly for the graduates, so you'll have to pardon me as I address them more directly. This is my infamous or famous top 10 list of things that I'd like for you to consider as you commence and leave Galway. Number one, be kind all the time to people who deserve it and to people who don't deserve it. Relatedly, Mark Twain once noted that kindness is a language the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Also, remember that it is often better to be kind than to be right. Number two, treat others the way you would like to be treated. Don't just say this, do it. It's harder than it sounds. That's why it's one of the two great commandments which Jesus taught. Three, serve others. You've heard it's better to give than to receive. This is true. Explore the paradox of accumulation via dissemination by serving others. Four, balance your life. Family, friends, church, school, work, play, hobbies, service, whatever takes up your time and attention should be balanced. You become what you repeatedly do. Number five, laugh frequently and heartily, especially at yourself. And I know this group is good at it because I've heard you for 4 years. In the book of Proverbs, we find that laughter doeth as a good medicine, a fact to which even secular physicians will readily attest. Number six, prioritize. Since you become a combination of the things you spend your time on, choose wisely. Make it a point to allocate time to what really matters in your lives. Number seven, make your avocation your vocation if possible. Figure out what you're passionate about, and then, if you can, try to make it a full-time job. Be passionate at your work and in your personal life. This is a choice and does not depend upon external circumstances. Number eight, forgive even the unforgivable. Anger, bitterness, resentment, and regret are cancerous, and they can damage or destroy you. Don't give them a foothold in your heart. Number nine, praise liberally. Tell people you care about them or appreciate them or love them whenever you can. Express your gratitude in the moment. Genuine compliments and appreciation restore and strengthen our hearts and breed hope. Most importantly, love unconditionally. Thank you, graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Shine. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2017, Mr. Timothy Webb Horvath.
Greeting Wentworth High School. That's not right. I forgot to change that part after I copied and pasted the best graduation speech ever. Okay, take two. So here at Galway, our principal is, of course, Mr. Miller. All right, I'm all over the place. That one is Brooke's speech. You'll hear that in a couple of minutes. Okay, even though copying and pasting other people's writing has gotten me this far in high school, the rest of this is my speech, because I changed a couple of words. Good evening, friends, family, esteemed and wonderful staff, Mr. Kosak, and the class of 2017. I was told that I have to deliver a speech at graduation a couple of months ago, so naturally I thought to myself, this is my opportunity to really give a part of myself to my fellow classmates, to really demonstrate what this school means to me. I could give a wonderful, meaningful speech, but instead I procrastinated until a couple of days ago to start. Why break bad habits now? You know, there I was 48 hours ago Googling how to write a graduation speech. The internet told me to connect with the audience through a story, so here it goes. The night after I got called into the office and was told that I'm officially salutatorian and have to deliver a speech at graduation, I decided to make pancakes. I wanted to make the batter ahead of time so the next morning I could make breakfast easily, so I made it in a Ziploc bag. But pancake batter being pancake batter was all stuck to the sides of the bag. I wanted all the batter in one corner of the bag for no apparent reason, so instead of letting gravity do its thing overnight, I decided it would be a good idea to spin the bag around my head. Most of you probably have an idea where this is going. I, the salutatorian of the greatest class in Galway High School history, wanted to make pancakes and ended up with a freshly painted ceiling. Okay, so now I don't really know how to connect my story to my message, so I'm going to do what I've done in all of my essays throughout high school and make a vague connection that kind of sort of works if you don't think about it. So this story is an example of a time that I failed. The always helpful Webster's Dictionary defines a failure as a lack of success. Thanks, Webster's. Technically speaking, failure is the opposite of success, but I don't think this is the case. A lot of people would define being successful as having a lot of money, a nice car, and a big house. Sorry, a lot of people, but you're all wrong. To me, success simply consists of two things: not being sad and being happy. It's okay, you can roll your eyes now. Not being sad is all about how you deal with failure. In this sense, failure is a large part of being successful. Failing is something to get upset over, something that brings you down, right? If you said yes, you're wrong. That's not your fault, though. I set you up for failure. Now, how does it feel? For some of you, you probably dislike being wrong more than others. Some of you might not care because you can put the blame on me. Some of you might not have been wrong. The point is, it's all about perspective and how you view your failures. Very few failures in life are worth being sad over. When you view your failures in a positive light, it's easier to be happy and it's easier to enjoy your life. So why not? Because at the end of the day, a ceiling covered with pancake batter isn't a failure. It's an opportunity to clean the confetti off of your ceiling fan that's been there since New Year's. Not getting into Cornell because you never hit send on the essay that you spent 3 hours writing isn't a failure. It just helps you justify your choice in a less prestigious school. And having a crooked nose doesn't make you ugly. It just keeps your glasses on better. See, things aren't so bad when you paint them the way you want. Take things for what they're worth. Stop fixating on all the negative things in life, but instead be happy about the fact that bunnies are ticklish. Life is silly and fun, and only sad if you let it be. To quote Charles R. Swindoll, accomplished author, pastor, and educator, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Being happy, on the other hand, can take some work. According to the surprisingly insightful Urban Dictionary, success, when you get right down to the roots of the word, simply means to follow through with your goals. So depending on the goals you set, everyone can be successful. Personally, my goal is simply to be happy. So find what makes you happy. Dig deep, let your imagination run wild, and experience things until you figure out what that is. Once you figure out something that you believe in, pursue it. Pursue it as hard as you can. If you spend every single free moment pursuing what makes you happy, you will achieve it. So many people live for a paycheck and not for their passion. 80% of people hate their job. Yet, according to a study in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, there's something of a magic number when it comes to income and happiness. Beyond a household income of $75,000 a year, money does nothing for happiness, enjoyment, sadness, or stress. So find a balance between a job that will make you happy and will make you enough money to get by. Be creative. If you don't challenge yourself to find this balance, you only have your happiness to lose. I know. A 10-minute speech from an 18-year-old in high school is unlikely to change anybody's life. I, however, have the benefit of knowing that you all already have the potential to be successful. You guys, all of you, are collectively the greatest class that has ever graduated from Galway High School. I truly believe that. I genuinely believe that each and every one of you can achieve complete success in your lifetimes. And now, when that inevitably happens, I get to credit my speech. Being a part of this class since I came to this school in 3rd grade has been a pleasure. This is the culmination of 13 short, yet excruciatingly long years of schooling. As a certain modern-day philosopher and poet put it, we started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now the whole team here. That philosopher's name was Drake. Now, class, take this moment to reflect on the journey from the bottom. Be in the moment. Take it all in. Look around you. This is it. We've all worked hard to get here, through ups and downs. I feel like that this class is one of the most close-knit classes ever. We are a family, and while I'm definitely not close enough with some of you, with many of you I am. From Camp Ginger Cook to our senior pranks, I'm looking at you, Chad Sherman. It's been an incredible journey. This is potentially our final moment all together. I'll say that again. This is potentially our final moment all together. The last time we'll be together as a class. Let that sink in. As my class takes this moment to think, families, I'd like to ask you to take this moment to reflect as well. Reflect upon all of the years. Picture your child or grandchild's first day of school. Think about how far they've come to be the wonderful people that sit before you on the stage today. Hold your child or grandchild in this moment, this one final moment. You should all be very proud of the kids that you've raised. Turning back to my fellow classmates, you should all be very proud of the people you are. So now, together, let's look forward to the future. As we all part ways and restart our lives, I wish you all the best of luck. Not that you'll need it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Providing the class history for the class of 2017 is class historian Kayla Ashmetat.
All right, well, Tim just set the bar pretty high. Thank you. I'm not much of a public speaker, so I apologize in advance. My voice starts to shake. Most of elementary school was a blur. I know we walked into school excited to start a new journey we didn't quite understand yet. We appreciated the little things like holiday parties, but forgot to appreciate nap time. Graduation wasn't on our minds. We just went about playing half the day and learning what 2 + 2 was. We went on little field trips like riding the train to the Children's Museum, going to Animal Land, and pumpkin picking at some place on Route 29. There were little Galway traditions like the annual spring stroll door cover, where we got to decorate classroom doors to look like the cover of a book we read in class. We had book fairs and fire safety day in October, where we got to see the really cool fire trucks and learn to stop, drop, and roll. There was also the box-a-thon, going to movies in the auditorium, buying gifts for family at Holiday Gift Shop, and much more. We walked through the nature trails in gym, where we were told to be quiet over the bridge so we didn't wake up the trolls. But of course, there were kids who had to stomp and scream their way across the bridge, scaring kids like me who didn't know if trolls were real or not and didn't feel like finding out anytime soon. We completed the book project, where we had to read a book, then depict a scene of the book in a shoebox. Our projects were proudly displayed in the glass window above our wooden cubbies where our book bags were kept. We did the I Love New York State project, where we had to go someplace historic to New York over the summer. I think half of us forgot about this project, including me, and made something up really quick. We learned about Native Americans and made longhouses and wigwams. We started switching classes for math, and that's when we realized middle school was approaching, and fast. 5th grade memories are more clear. We made marine life projects that felt like the biggest research projects we would ever do. Afterwards, we watched our first Ben Affleck show, which was about marine biology. I wonder if this is where Casey fell in love. Adam Plummer slashed his knee open on the backstop in gym as well. That horrified, I think, almost all of us in gym class that day. We were given the challenge to read for X amount of hours in class, and if we reached that goal, we got a prize. We knew they were just trying to get us interested in reading more books, which most of us really didn't care about. But it was worth it when we got to see Mr. Griffin dressed on the roof as a cheerleader. Hunter's Party started this year, and they have been legendary ever since. We visited the state capitol, where I honestly don't know what we were supposed to learn about. And at the end of the year, we went to Camp Gingercook, where we hiked Buck Mountain, and everyone got sick. 6th grade started the time period many of us might call the dark years, aka middle school. We weren't really kids anymore, but we also weren't high schoolers. And it was a really awkward 3 years. We ate lunch in the middle school gym, where we had to have assigned seats because we didn't listen. It was also the site where Brock had his freak out and started doing pull-ups because he got angry one day. The relationship started lasting longer and blossomed at rec nights, where we ran around for 2 hours like maniacs. 7th grade was our peak stage of feeling awkward. Most of us had braces, glasses, and/or a bad haircut. We walked around thinking we looked so cool, putting non-matching prints and colors together, wearing nerd glasses, Aero pastel t-shirts, sparkly Ugg boots. Boys wore their pants too low, their hair long with the Justin Bieber haircuts, and many of the boys wore death metal band t-shirts. It's also worth noting that many of the girls fought over who got to wear Tim's sweatshirt for the class period, even though it was too small for many of us. This was also the grade where the posse began. For those of you who don't know, the posse was a group of girls who gave their group a nickname and gave nicknames to each other. I won't repeat these nicknames, but know they were plenty embarrassing. Other groups were around, such as the Amigos and the Babe group, but the posse was by far the most notorious. The class was cheated out of the Boston trip, but we're not bitter about it, not at all. We were able to watch Reynolds and Heron's relationship bloom, and we suffered through Johnny to Maine together. Sorry, Miss DeLuca. In 8th grade, the puberty glow-up started to kick in. We were one step away from high school, and for that, I think we were really high-strung. We had to do our The Boy Who Saved Baseball project, but then we got to watch The Sandlot, so it was worth it in the end. We also read The Outsiders and got to watch the movie. It was honestly the grade where we probably watched the most movies. This is also the grade where Brianna and Peyton's big brawl went down in the cafeteria. We had awkward formal dances, and Mr. Healy came to our school. We would later be surprised by how much we liked him. Well, most of us. In 9th grade, we were all excited to rush our way through high school. We had class with the sassy curve, where we made fun of his salmon-colored pants and were constantly bickering with him. We finally got to go to homecoming, where Sam Uline won homecoming king but wasn't even there. The homecoming under the lights game were more exciting because we knew more of the players. Casey tore her, 5th ACL? We had Reynolds for the 2nd year, where we got him to talk about anything other than living environment. I know Mr. Reynolds' morning routine, but I can't tell you too much about biology. The honors class went on a trip to the American Museum of Natural History, where we were kicked out of the dinosaur exhibit because Max, Manny, and Adam Mancini decided to try to touch the dinosaurs. We also got to start to participate in Spirit Week. We spelled freshman on our homecoming banner and have been spelling it wrong ever since. This is also where our hunger to win the hallway decorations began after we received 2nd place as freshmen. 10th grade was the calm before the storm. There was still 2 years till graduation, there were plenty of regencies left to take, and we had 1 more year to put off thinking about our careers in college. We made a killer Finding Nemo-themed hallway for Spirit Week, and we couldn't have been happier with it. We were robbed out of 1st place, but we knew who the real winners were. We didn't know what was waiting for us around the corner. We just knew that the time had come to start thinking about big life decisions. And on a side note, this is also the year where we started to say Miss O at 5 different octaves and for about 10 different lengths. Junior year was probably the most stressful year of our high school careers. We read books in Miss O's that made us laugh, cry, and scream in frustration, and sometimes that was just from boredom. Math made us want to rip all of our hair out. Chemistry made everyone want to bang their head against the wall. and if you took APUSH, you probably had one mental breakdown per week. In contrast, if you had Mr. Mal's class, it was your oasis as you listened to all of his funny stories. Even though the schoolwork was stressful, we still managed to have some laughs. We ran around Salem, Massachusetts for a day as we enjoyed looking at all the historic landmarks. But mostly we girls enjoyed staring at John, one of the sailors on the boat ride. The bus ride home was peaceful until we pulled over when the bus needed gas or something like that, and the famous Salem rap battle began. About 30 of us piled into the back 6 rows of the bus as we listened to everyone try to think quick on their feet and come up with good raps. Some are successful, but I can't repeat those up here. Spirit Weeks were intense junior year. At homecoming, we were given the theme, "Watch Our Eagles Fly," for our banners. We decided to play on the words and make our banner say, "Watch Our Fly Eagles," and had an eagle making it rain over baby eagles with 2 other eagles standing on either side of the mini eagles. They were truly #squawk goals, and yes, that was written on the banner as well. We were shocked when our banner didn't win last year, but I wonder why. Senior year. Everyone told us it would go by fast, but nothing could have prepared us for how true that was. We walked in on our first day, ready to get this year over with. We made our last homecoming banner, where we did stick to the Olympic theme. We cheered the volleyball team on to states. We had our last homecoming game, where we laughed with our friends or played soccer under the stars and lots of blankets. We played our last winter sports and supported local families in Galway's charity basketball games. We didn't get to decorate hallways this year, and we won't even pretend like we're not still bitter. But we still won Spirit Week anyway. We lost Mr. Healy as our principal, and while we've enjoyed having Mr. Miller as our new principal, Mr. Healy was the one there through our high school career, and we can't forget that. Spring sports came and went in the blink of an eye. We made a few more favorite teachers and to add to the growing list. And many seniors came together to pull off a huge prank week that we were all pretty proud of and have been told may have ruined senior pranks forever. It's still a mystery who did all these pranks, but they included barricading the doors with hay bales and tires, saran wrapping teachers' cars, putting up a poster of COSAC in the hallway, saran wrapping the trees outside, writing on the pavement in chalk, putting COSAC and Kennedy's cars on Craigslist, and having a water balloon fight in the parking lot. We had a lot of laughs in our senior year, but now it's time to go make some firsts. For 13 years, we've been walking or at times running towards this day. I think I can speak for some of us when saying that now that it's here, we're scared for what's to come next. Excited, but scared. We've spent 13 years in Galway, and while we make jokes about getting out of this town and never looking back, I think we'll all miss this town in some way or another. But now it's time to spread our wings and fly, soar into the future because we are the future. Remember, this is not the end, but just the beginning. And I would like to end with one last cliche. We are all one big, crazy family, and we all have very different personalities. But as a class, we have always been close. And I think that's something to be proud of. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. The class of 2017 President, Jennifer Rumsey, will now present the class gift.
Where's my thingy? Did Booth put it up here?
No, you didn't give that to me.
Mrs. Booth did. Okay, found it. No worries. Okay. On behalf of the class of 2017, I would like to present our class gift. This year, instead of a physical handheld gift, we chose to paint a mural that represents not only just our class, but Galway as a whole. Every student's thumbprint is on there so that everyone could be included in it. I'd like to thank the artists that made the mural possible, including but not limited to Mackenzie Morse, Erica Colbert, Rachel Reichard, Alexis Gould, and Ashley Carter. The mural is located across from the Eway Cafe near the main entrance, and I encourage all of you to take a peek at it before you go today. It's really, really well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. And on behalf of the Galway Junior Senior High School community, thank you, class of 2017, for creating such a wonderful mural. It truly represents the spirit and pride of the class. Let's go, Eagle Nations. Very nice, guys. It is now my great honor to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2017, Brooke Martin.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. If you were paying attention to Tim's speech, you actually got a little bit of a preview on this one, so that's pretty cool. And congratulations, of course, to the class of 2017. We did it, kids. All right. So, here at Galway, our principal is, of course, Mr. Miller, and he's doing a great job. But for my speech today, I actually want to address a different principal of ours, our former junior-senior high school principal, and our guest speaker today, Mr. Michael Healy. As Kayla mentioned, he was our principal from 8th grade up until about 6 months ago. He was my masterminds coach, and I was in class office, so we interacted a fair bit over the years. And one of the things I remember most from Mr. Healy's office when he was here was a quote he had on his wall. "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." That's a quote from a businessman and motivational speaker named Jim Rohn. But just because I love to question authority, I have to say, Mr. Healy, with all due respect, I don't agree. Looking at this group of young people on stage today, I find it difficult to describe any of them as an average, and not just because we ride our four-wheelers to school. I don't believe that people are averages, because averages are things that have been divided and made smaller. Rather, I believe that, more than anything else, we are the sum total of all our experiences. We are made up of everything that others have made happen to us, and more importantly, the things that we choose to make happen to ourselves. Every individual moment that I have lived has played an instrumental, even if tiny, role in shaping the person I am today. There are the big things, of course. The hours I spent on the sidelines of my sister's basketball games, my head buried in a book. My mother teaching me songs from Broadway musicals, along with the usual nursery rhymes. The first time I ever lost someone I loved, and that taught me a lot about life. And there are smaller things, too, like yelling Beyoncé lyrics in a car with my friends with all the windows rolled down, or mashing strawberries in my grandmother's kitchen to make jam. These are all the things that define me, not just 5 other people. I firmly believe that what you give to the world is what will be given back to you. Call it karma, call it the golden rule, call it what you will. But if we are all defined by our experiences, and each of us does our best to show kindness to other people and make their lives just a little nicer, well then won't that make the people around us kinder too? I think that the best way to ensure the world we'll leave is better than the one we entered is to try to be better ourselves and do our best to make sure that others will follow. Every time you interact with another person, you're giving them another moment that will help make them who they are. So I ask you today, what kind of impact do you want to have? By what kind of people do you want to be surrounded? And in what kind of world do you want to live? Very soon, we will be exiting this stage and entering a new phase of life. Some of us will be staying here, and some of us will be leaving, and either way, it will not be the same. We will go to college or get jobs. We will make mistakes and get our hearts broken and do wonderful and beautiful and unexpected things. We will live. We will learn and grow and change. And while the 5 people we spend the most time with might be different, the experiences that we have had here at Galway, those will always remain a part of us. They will always have helped shape who we are today and who we are yet to become. And I know that the times that I have had in this school and in this community have made me a better and stronger person. For many of you, this might be the last time I ever see you. So here's what I want to leave you with. Show kindness. Don't yell at cashiers and tip your waiters. If you care about someone, tell them. And I don't just mean caring in the romantic sense either. Tell your friends how much they mean to you while you can. Call your grandparents. Be there for others, but remember that you need to take care of yourself first, okay? And there's nothing wrong with needing help sometimes. Finally, and most of all, I give you my love. Thank you.
Thank you, Brooke. It is now my pleasure to welcome our chamber singers.
Senior song? Anybody seniors who are singing the senior song can come on down.
begins. Up in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
We were going to.
No, we can't. No? No. 2, 3, 4, 1. I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Lift yourself with words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. Your skin, no one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Judge yourself with words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your
Wow, that was outstanding. And yet again, it shows you the flexibility of the class of 2017. Great job. The Alumni Hall of Fame Award is presented to a high school graduate each year to a graduate who deserving of being honored for what they have accomplished in their life after completing their education. It is my honor today to induct Mr. Bill Palmer into the Galway Central School District's Alumni Hall of Fame. Mr. Palmer comes from a small town, but the excellent education he received from Galway Central School has enabled him to serve others on a global level. He has sought to make life better for all people through his public service and volunteer work, as well as through his expertise in environmental infectious control. Bill has published numerous articles and lectures at multiple conferences, informing others about the importance of controlling airborne diseases. He has traveled around the world to places such as Mexico, Korea, China, India, Vietnam, and Cambodia in order to educate and serve others. He installs air filtration devices that he manufactures through his company, AeroMed. And his goal has been the desire to protect people in the spaces where this equipment is used. Bill also cares for the less fortunate and has had a particular connection with the people of Guatemala. He has led many mission trips there where he was able to facilitate medical clinics, help construct a school, and build several homes. For these reasons, we feel that Bill Palmer would be an excellent choice for the Galway Hall of Fame. From his commitment to volunteer service to his work with combating infectious diseases around the world, his humanitarian efforts have been both impressive and selfless. The world is a better place because of him. Please let me and help me in welcoming Mr. Bill Palmer.
Thank you. It's great. It's a great honor. And I just want to challenge the students here today to say that I'm here as proof that you don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most gifted. And you don't have to be the most athletic to make a difference in the world. So my challenge to you guys, all you have to be is compassionate and available. So my challenge is 40 years from now, when we're standing here graduating the next best class in Galway history, how many of you are they going to stand here and say, wow, I never saw that coming? They made a difference. So go out, be what you can be, and make a difference. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite our members for the presentation of awards.
Good morning. The Galway PTSA Valedictorian Award is given to the member of the graduating class who has attained the highest scholastic average for 4 complete years of high school work. Please congratulate and give a round of applause to Brooke Martin. The next award is the Galway PTSA Salutatorian Award. This award is given to the member of the graduating class who has attained the 2nd highest scholastic average for 4 complete years of high school work. Please welcome and congratulate Timothy Webb Horvath.
The Sean Robert Dickey Memorial Scholarship Fund is presented to someone that will be going into the field of art or graphic design. This year, this award is presented to Ashley Carter.
Class of 2017. This is a little bit extra special for me this year because I have 4 grandkids sitting amongst you. So through the years, I've had the opportunity to not only see my grandchildren at all your many activities, to see all of you. I may not know all of you, but I think I know your faces and I've seen you at many things. I've enjoyed the Halloween parade at elementary school, all your different activities there, seeing Santa on Santa night. We've enjoyed all your sports activities as you've grown older, all of your concerts, the band concerts have been phenomenal, all of your choral concerts, your plays, everything, and many dancers. So you have a lot of I might have known you as a preschool teacher. I might have known you from working within the community in many different ways, but I really enjoyed the time that we have spent together. So I will lift your breath. I will say first, be of a kind heart. Keep yourself safe. Be of a kind heart. Follow your passions and your dreams. You can do whatever you want to do in your pursuits. So I hope you best. And all of you will be in my heart forever. I'm here today to present an award for the Galway Lioness Club. The Galway Lioness Club is sponsored by the Galway Lions Club, which is part of Lions International, and it is one of the world's largest service organizations. As a lioness or a lion, one of our missions is to encourage our young people to do volunteer service in the community. So this year, we are giving a Volunteer Community Service Award for someone in the senior class, grades 9 through 12, that gave community service. It could be in the community as well as out of the community. And this year, I am proud to present this award to Rachel Reichard. The other award that I'm going to be giving is called the Jackie Sprague Memorial Award. Some of you may have remembered Jackie Sprague. She was a part of our maintenance team, and Jackie always wore a smile. She always was willing to help others and really loved our school and our community. Jackie also loved animals. So this award is presented to a member of the graduating class like Jackie, who loves animals. And this award is going to Courtney Dermarest. Thank you.
My grandfather, Richard Lukaszowicz, was a formal principal at Galway High School. The Friends of Mr. Richard Lukaszowicz at Chuck's Store is presented to a senior who, like him, has a compassion for others and demonstrated community service. The student also has an appreciation for music and has held leadership positions throughout their school years. This award goes to Quinn Smith. Richard Lukaszowicz was also a respected principal and a well-loved community member. So the Galway School and Community of Richard Lukaszowicz Memorial Scholarship is presented to a senior who has a love and appreciation for music and the ability to lead others. This goes to Rachel Reichard. The Sue Lukaszowicz Galway Players Awards is presented to two seniors who make a contribution to theater. This year, the award goes to Emmanuel Diaz and Austin Garney.
Good morning. I did want to say congratulations to the class. You guys certainly have a lot of personality. When Tim was talking about it being the best class ever, I don't know if I can go that far, but I can remember almost something specific about every one of you, which says a lot about you. And I'm glad that you've retained your wonderful personality through the years. This morning I'm giving the Joseph Henry Memorial Recognition Award is awarded to two seniors that have valued their education and appreciate the support that Galway Central School District has given them. The first award goes to Christopher Ball. And the second award goes to Trevor Stockman. The Joseph Henry Commemorative Honor is awarded to a senior that has gained confidence in themselves during their school career, and this year the award goes to Anna Turner. And the Joseph Henry Honorary Award is awarded to 2 seniors who have shown independence in achieving their educational goals. And the first award goes to Jessica Saracia. And the second award goes to Catherine King.
Congratulations. Also, before I give my awards, I have to give a big shout out to some people that have made all this sound and streaming live on the air and the cameras, everything possible. That goes big, huge thank you to Cody Izzo and Graham Northup, who have graduated, but they still come back and they still come and help us out. So thank you to them, and thank you to Mr. Darlington and April Carlson and current students also, Greg Alden and Brian Alden. And then Amy Engel showed up to help today, so thank you to them. That was outstanding. The Galway Teachers Association Scholarship Award is presented to the senior who has expressed an interest in teaching as a profession, has been accepted in a college, and has shown academic leadership based on achievement. And this year we have 2 recipients, and the first one is Ashley Carter. And the second recipient of the Galway Teachers Association Scholarship Award is Casey Dunleavy. The Richard Gray Memorial GTA Scholarship is awarded to the senior who plans on attending college and who, in the face of adversity, exemplifies dedication to hard work, compassion for others, and a positive attitude towards life. And this year's very deserving recipient is Matisha Kenyon. The Robert and Mildred Eaton Memorial Award is given by their children in memory of their parents to the student who has shown continuous academic improvement and who demonstrates an active concern and respect for his or her environment. This year's recipient is Matthew Phillips.
The Sharon Rice Memorial Award is presented to a student who has exhibited personal growth during his or her years at Galway. Someone who brings out the best in others without looking for any personal glory. A person who, like Mrs. Rice, was non-judgmental of others, a true friend. This year the award goes to Spencer Van Epps. The Kurt B. Smith Memorial Award goes to a student who, like Kurt, realized the value of a high school diploma and made the decision to remain in school and graduate. This year, I am proud to give this to Christian Furman. The Galway PTSA SAD Chapter Award is presented to the senior who has contributed to the concepts of SAD and the concepts that SAD stands for, Students Helping Students. This year, the award goes to Marina Messick.
Good morning, everyone. The Student Senate Leadership Award is presented to the student who has demonstrated school spirit and taken the responsibility of leadership to promote a better school program. This year goes to Jennifer Rumsey. The PTSA Business Service Award is presented to the student who's taken a full range of business courses who intends to further his or her knowledge of the business world by attending college in the fall. This year's recipient is Amber Schwab.
The Galway PTSA Joseph Henry Award is presented to the senior who has displayed the spirit of scientific method. It's my pleasure to give this award to Kayla Ashmatap. The PTSA Healthcare Professions Award recognizes a student who plans to enter an institution of higher learning to specialize in a field or area related to healthcare profession. It's my privilege to award this to Jennifer Rumsey. The PTSA Attendance Award goes to the senior who has had the best attendance record during the 13 years of school. I'm pleased to award this to Erica Colbert. The PTSA Knights of Pythias Achievement Award is presented to a senior who is truly an achiever regardless of class ranking. It's my privilege to give this award to Austin Garney.
Good morning and congratulations to our graduates. It gives our family great pleasure to present the Mildred S. Kalinkowitz Memorial Award, which is given to the senior student athlete who performs in an exemplary manner while representing Galway Central School on the field or court. This student, in the school's opinion, should have provided a real sense of motivation and spirit to all their student athletes. And this award this year is given to Rachel Riker. We had the pleasure of having our three children go through nursery school with Kathy Shaw and Donna Soul. And the Kathy Shaw Memorial Award is presented in loving memory of Kathy Shaw, who in her 23 years as a nursery school teacher in Galway touched the lives of countless children. This award is presented to a graduating senior who, like Kathy, shows a genuine love for children and will be pursuing a degree in education. And I saw this young lady in action, and I think she's going to do a wonderful job. And her name is Jessica Saracia.
Congratulations, graduates. And Coach Kennedy wanted to remind me to say thank you for putting his car on Craigslist because his new ride is pretty sweet. I have the PTSA Greg Rockwood Memorial Award. It is given in memory of Coach Greg Rockwood to a student who, like Mr. Rockwood, exemplifies true interest in the spirit of technology. One who is always eager to learn, to create, and to build, and still has energy left to devote to family, school, and community activities. This year's recipient is Jacob Thompson. I have the PTSA Mildred Follett Memorial Award. It is presented in fond memory of Mrs. Follett, who was a kindergarten teacher in our district for many years. This award is presented to the individual who has indicated an interest in working within a preschool setting with young children. This year's award winner is Brianna Doherty. And the last award I have is the PTSA Bonnie Burton Memorial Award. It's given in memory of Bonnie Burton, past president of the Galway PTSA and an aide for many years at Galway Central Schools. The award is intended for a graduating senior whose spirit embodies a love of life reminiscent of Bonnie Burton. This year's recipient is Casey Dunlevy.
First, I would like to congratulate the class of 2017. Thank you for a first great year, and I wish you guys the best of success. My first award is the Coach Good Moat Memorial Soccer Fund Award. It is given to a varsity soccer player. This player puts their whole heart into every game. The award goes to Mr. Sean Carey. The next award I have is the Philip A. Soul Memorial Award. It is presented to a senior player excelling in varsity soccer. This year's awards winner is Matisha Kenyon. I have one final award, the James R. Donnan Memorial Award. It goes to the senior exhibiting the same even-tempered behavior, win or lose, who shows leadership in the whole community, treating all people the same from all walks of life, and who communicates ideas well in a clear and articulate manner. The award winner is Ashley Carter.
Good morning. The Greater Galway Volunteer Fire Department Scholarship Award was established in 2004 by Galway, Harmony Corners, Providence, and West Charleston Volunteer Fire Departments to provide a benefit to volunteer firefighters and their families in recognition of their hard work and dedication to the community. This award is presented to a senior who plans to attend an accredited institute of higher learning in the fall of 2017. They must be either a firefighter who is in good standing of one of the departments or have a parent, guardian, relative of one of the departments. This year, the award is presented to Lucas Costanzo. The Galway Administrators Association Award is presented to a graduating senior who has demonstrated exceptional leadership and service to our school and community. This year's winner is Jennifer Rumsey.
The Bolston Spa National Bank Scholarship Award is presented to a graduating senior continuing his or her education at a 2-year or 4-year school. The award is based on recognition of academic achievement in math, science, engineering, or business while demonstrating a commitment to community service. This year's recipient is Amber Schwab. The Paris Memorial Award are presented to 2 college-bound students who in 4 years of high school have consistently demonstrated the qualities of reliability, service, and diligence, and have reflected a wholesome attitude towards school and scholastic endeavor. The first recipient is Erica Colbert. The second recipient is Madison Zook. The Blue Shield Scholarship Award is presented to a graduating senior who is pursuing studies in the health or life science field and represent Blue Shield's core values: teamwork, ingenuity, passion, personal responsibility, excellence, and respect. This year's award goes to Rachel Reichert. The PTSA American Scholarship Award is sponsored by the National Association of Secondary School Principals and is presented to a student who displays an understanding and appreciation of civic responsibility and exhibits a positive attitude towards classmates and the school community. This year's recipient is Chad Sherman. The Spanfelner Scholarship Fund is given to a senior who demonstrates dedication to community service and academic standing, as suggested in the fund's agreement. This year's recipient is Kayla Ashmatat. The Fulton Montgomery Community College Foundation Scholarship is presented to a senior who has maintained a B average and will be attending FMCC in the fall. This year's recipient is Ashley Carter. The PTSA Charles H. Field Award is presented to the senior nominated by the Valedictorian and Salutatorian of the class for having made outstanding progress during his or her school year career. This year's recipient is Austin Garney. The Richard Buffard Memorial Award is presented to a senior who accepts classmates for their good qualities, lends a hand of friendship and is supportive when someone is troubled, and treats his fellow human being with respect. This award is voted on by the entire senior class. This year's award winner is Erica Colbert. The PTSA School Volunteer Award is presented to the senior who has given his or her time and service to the school. This help is greatly needed and appreciated. This year's recipient is Rachel Reichert. The Nancy Harris Memorial Award is presented in loving remembrance of Mrs. Harris, a teacher's aide for many years at the Galway Junior-Senior High School. This award is presented to a graduating senior who shared Mrs. Harris's love of children and/or animals. This year's award goes to Catherine King. The Richard T. Harris Senior Memorial Award is presented in loving remembrance of Mr. Harris, a transportation department employee in our district for several years. This award is presented to the graduating senior who has demonstrated a desire to serve his or her community through volunteer activities. This year's award goes to Alexis Gould. The School Alliance of Substitutes in Education Award is given to the son or daughter of a substitute teacher. This student will continue his or her education. This year's award winner is Quinn Smith. The Curtis Lumber Incorporated Award is awarded to an outstanding senior who intends to pursue a career in building constructions or architecture. This year's recipient is Madison Ritter. Let's hear it for all the award winners. Each year, the students of the graduating class select a speaker who they feel has inspired, influenced, or significantly contributed to their education during their time at Galway. This year, the class of 2017 has selected former principal of the Galway Junior Senior High School and current superintendent of the Argyle School District, Mr. Mike Healy. So please help me in welcoming the first of 3 principals for the class of 2017's senior year, Mr. Mike Healy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Superintendent Shine, Board of Education President Anderson, Board of Education members. Thank you to the Galway administration and staff. Hello, class of 2017. How are you? Staying cool? Congratulations on this milestone, and thank you for the tremendous honor of being here with you today. There's no doubt that this day is yours, but I think there's so many people here that are proud of you, that share in your achievements. I personally want to extend a thank you to parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, friends, and extended family. Thank you for the support that you've shown our students over the years. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So for those of you who know me, you know that I've struggled with public speaking, and I've worked for years to overcome nerves and anxiety that come along with addressing a large group of people. I thought I had it figured out, and I thought I conquered it, and then the class of 2017 called and asked me to speak today. I'm not sure if I'm mostly nervous because I've heard of their senior pranks, and to be honest, I think they've all gone a little crazy. But I think I'm mostly nervous because I know this one matters. And I think it matters most to the class of 2017 that I get this right. And each graduate here sitting today has a special place in my heart. So guys, I hope I get this one right. So preparing for this address, I found myself thinking about the world when I graduated from Broadalbin Perth High School in 1994. And boy, what a different world it was. Graduates, let me paint a picture of what the world looked like in 1994. Tim, there was no Google. Cameras still had film. We rented movies on VHS tapes from video stores. DVDs were not invented until 1995. Netflix didn't exist. My first cell phone came in a bag, had a shoulder strap, and it had a cord. It wasn't a smartphone by any means. And texting, there was no such thing as texting. How did we ever survive, right? As a matter of fact, the World Wide Web did not even exist. It was actually created in 1994, which means there was no Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. Can you imagine how horrible it must have been? Harry Potter had not been written, and there was no such thing as reality TV. Justin Bieber did not even exist until 1994. So let's fast forward until today, 2017. There are over 1 billion websites. Our cameras are now part of our smartphones. We have drones delivering packages. DVDs have come and gone. And Google fields 3.5 billion searches every day, or over 40,000 searches per second. Oh, and Justin Bieber is 23 years old. So yes, the world looked much different than it does today. But for all those differences, I share at least one thing in common with you. 23 years ago, I was graduating high school. I was sitting right where you are today. And I was getting ready to challenge a world that did not yet exist. A world that will look much differently than your world does today. So what advice can I give a class who still owes me a pulled pork quesadilla, Christmas cookies, a class that literally sold Coach Kennedy's car on Craigslist, a class who specializes in rainbow pancakes, a class who valiantly battled the Galway Grinches to keep their holiday hallway traditions alive, a class that asked for and received a top-of-the-line private study lounge in our school. And what do I tell a class that literally ate every bit of food that was in my office, oftentimes including my lunch? And that's not a joke. So what words of wisdom can your 40-year-old former high school principal impart to you? What will matter? What will stay with you? What do I want you to know? I realized you already have all the advice you need, and while you might not have the answer right at your fingertip or right when you need it, you've been trained well. I believe your parents, your families, and your school have instilled in you what you need to be successful. So how do I prove my theory? How can I demonstrate to you what I mean? So I was looking over your yearbook, and then boom, it hit me. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about using your own words, your senior quotes. So my first flip through the pages of your yearbook, it quickly poked a few holes in my theory. I saw words of wisdom such as, imagine one day you woke up and you were a chicken nugget. I saw life advice from one of our cosmetology students. Don't worry about me, worry about your eyebrows. Profound thoughts such as, don't worry if you don't like beards, they'll grow on you. And even timeless advice from SpongeBob SquarePants, ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuloli. So my theory was off to a rough start. It was bending, but luckily it didn't break. Just like this class has done since I've met them, they pulled together and they restored my faith. So graduates, please listen for your quote. And I know you've never been shy, and if you're feeling brave today and you hear your quote and you want to stand up, feel free to do that. If you're not feeling brave, that's okay too. More importantly, I'd like you to listen carefully to the advice that you've already given yourselves. And I think you'll come to the same conclusion that I did. I saw Miss Ostrander earlier here today. Kristen is a wonderful English teacher, a Galway Teacher of the Year, and just a wonderful person. And Miss O, to quote Julia Carlson, don't worry, Miss O, they've got this. And I have to agree with Julia. I really do believe this class has it figured out. So class of 2017, as you leave Galway, remember that it takes courage to grow up and become who you really are. And know that things should be simple. Things that should be simple and easy rarely are simple and easy. You have to get lost before you can find yourself, for in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Don't ever sweat the small stuff. And if you do, and if you ever find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging. And whether you are 3 minutes older or 3 minutes younger, listen to the advice you've already given each other. Live for today. You never know what tomorrow will bring. But no matter what life throws at you, never give up. Tomorrow is a new day with new possibilities. And for goodness sake, in the words of Bobby Orr, as quoted by Jacob Thompson, forget about style and worry about results. Graduates, as you move on to the next phase of your life, go create magic. Put something together that is so unusual, so unexpected that it blows people away. Something that is ahead of their time, 5 steps ahead of what people are thinking. Because life is like a movie. Write your own ending and keep believing. Class of 2017, we have done just what we've set out to do. And that's thanks to the believers, the dreamers, and you. And Maddie Ritter, yes, you are adults. And I don't know when it happened. Maybe it happened today. But if you do ever find out a way to make it stop, please let me know. Jennifer, I'm sorry this wasn't anything like High School Musical, but it is similar in one way. We are all in this together. And Jade, you are right. You would have thought that somewhere in the last 13 years, we would have taught you how to say goodbye. I think we don't teach you that for a reason, because goodbye indicates a parting or an ending of something. This class has spent the last 13 years forming lifelong relationships and bonds with one another and with members of the Galway school community. So how do you say goodbye to that? I don't think you do. I mean, listen to the advice you've already given each other. As you move on, use that advice. Rely on each other. Ask for help and listen to others. Now, if I were to leave you with any advice that you've already given to yourselves, I'd say this. I can't tell you the key to success, but the key to failure is trying to please everyone. And no matter what or who you lose or what life puts you through, you can always be who you want to be. Members of the class of 2017, it has been my privilege to be your principal. I believe in you, and I wish you all the very best. So thanks for the adventure. Go have a new one. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Healy. You know, I was wondering where all my food was going. I just thought it was Mr. Kosak. It is now my pleasure to welcome Mr. Shannon Shine for the presentation of graduates.
Will the graduates please stand? By the power vested in me as Superintendent of Schools, I hereby certify that the students listed on the official program have met all the requirements and should be declared graduates of the Galway Junior-Senior High School class of 2017. Graduates, please move your tassels from the right to the left.
Thank you, Mr. Shine. It is now my honor to welcome Mr. Jay Anderson, our Board of Education President, who will join me on the stage for the presentation of diplomas to the class of 2017. Brooke Julia Martin. Timothy Ryan Webb Horvath. Erica Lynn Colbert. Kayla Jean Ashpatat. Jennifer Corbett Rumsey. Jacob Benjamin Thompson. Rachel Olivia Reichert. Marina Olivia Messick. Emily Catherine South. Alexis Megan Gould. Megan Rose Izo. Angelina Aquaviva. Victoria Aquaviva. Christopher Jason Ball, Jr. Alex Stanley Bernard. Shane Christian Brownell. Julia Ann Oboyski Carlson. Ashley Elizabeth May Carter. Valentina Lorena Elisa Kentimore. Jessica Renee Cericia. Christopher Mark Chase. Manuel Colino Parra. Maxwell Russell Conti. Lucas James Costanzo. Haley Suzanne Decker. Courtney Lee Demarest. Peyton Marie Derry. Emmanuel Diaz. Brittany Elizabeth Dillon. Brianna Lynn Doherty. Brittany Lynn Duro. Casey Ann Dunleavy. Christian Michael Furman. Austin Tyler Garney. Jade Adara Garney. Christian Matthew Gunnar Kent. Brandy Lee Kenyon. Brittany Ann Kenyon. Matisha Emily Kenyon. Sean Michael Carey. Catherine Rose King. Heather Lynn Libator. Adam Thomas Mancini III. Zachary Patrick McAuliffe. Mackenzie Lee Morse. Brock William Neer. John Michael Noonan. Hannah Brielle Pulowski. Matthew Roy Phillips. Adam J. Plummer. Danielle Rose Pudney. Madison Margaret Ritter. Amber Lynn Schwab. Hunter Allen Scribner. Julia Michelle Seeley. Nathan Allen Shader. Matthew Kevin Schaefer. Chad Andrew Sherman. Quinn Stephen Smith. Trevor Matthew Soul. Christian Brandon Spagnola. Trevor Zane Stockman. Anna Kimberly Turner. Samuel Lee Uline. Spencer Elizabeth Van Eck. Thomas Francis Whalen IV. Seth Daniel Wilson. Madison Lee Zook. I give you Galway's class of 2017. Please stand and join me in the singing of America the Beautiful, followed by the Galway Central School alma mater.